here when she fought at 52, and then bronze medalist when she fought here last year at 57. Look at the difference.
She's filled out.
Yeah.
She's grown up.
Look at the difference in just the way she moves. A couple of years ago, she came in here, not like a rabbit in headlights, but she came in here, and you could see the eyes looking up at the ceiling, looking left and right. Now she's at home.
It's funny. You say that off the mat, I would say that. But as soon as she stepped on the mat, it was her home.
Exactly.
And her poise, I think, was the thing that struck us the first time we saw her as a 16-year-old.
Never a question about after that first bow. Once she bows on, it didn't matter whether she was, 16 or what. She just looked as though, she knew exactly where to go, what to do, how to do it. And she did it. That was the other thing.
That final, she had Nishida sweating bullets.
Yeah.
And here we go. And she's up against Udaka,
who, as you say, is 10 years a senior, so much more experience, and yet it'll be Yamamoto that everybody is looking to for the action.
Yes, and the cheering you're hearing is for Udaka, who's a Komatsu team member, but you got to believe that the future of Japanese women's judo is resting on Yamamoto, and she's just every year she's a little more seasoning, and if she's training at Kokushikan, watch out.
Well, we had the pleasure of interviewing her a couple of years ago. I'm not sure if we're going to get anywhere near her now.
It's true. I was just thinking the one thing I regret not asking her is if she trained with the boys when she was training in high school, and I wouldn't be surprised if she did.
Well, she was mistaken for a boy one time. There's a story about her being asked to leave the girls' changing room when she was a 14-year-old. She hadn't yet,
developed.
Yes. So 14-year-old, they said, "This is the girls' changing room." She said, "Yes. I am a girl." Right. Probably because...
Well, maybe they saw her judo and they didn't think so.
Yeah. Probably because half the boys were lying on the floor that she'd just beaten up. She's really nice to watch. A double junior world champion.
And what a sweet kid, by the way, too.
Yeah,
really.
What's nice is that in the background, watching this is Inoue Koze.
Yes.
He's watching this match.
He's going, this one could make my job easier.
Yeah. Maybe he's saying, "I wish I had you on the boys' team."
Exactly.
Going to use Yamamoto as an inspiration for spirit. Certainly got plenty of that. Double junior world champion, once at 52 and once at 57. When she won it at 57, she didn't quite look as the dominant force that she did at 52. I'm talking about the junior world championships, but she'd only just moved up. And that was the astonishing thing. They just said, "Okay, we think you're going to be 57. Go to the next competition at under 57 kilos." They moved her up, and she won the Junior World Championships.
There you go. And we're still waiting for her to really pop the trigger here. Coming in a little bit.
Well, this is a measure of Udaka's experience, gripping and movement and posture and being able to close down some of the opportunities that Yamamoto will be trying to create. So that's not entirely surprising. We haven't had a chance yet to see Yamamoto work Udaka in Newaza, and that would be interesting because Udaka's going to have really good defense, and if she can open her up on the ground, well, she can open anybody up then.
Yeah, I would say Yamamoto's Newaza was as impressive as anyone in the Japanese national team.
Yeah, right away. Yeah. And as you say, I mean, we're looking at an 18-year-old. In 2 years' time, it's going to be scary. Just looking a little bit defensive there. Not quite sure what to do with Udaka's stronger upper body.
Yes, she's pulling her down a little bit.
Yeah.
And now they're evened up as far as warnings.
Yeah. Here's that working out period that David and I have referred to on a couple of occasions this morning. where the fighters have got to say, okay, we've gone through the first, the opening skirmish. What do I do now? Because that hasn't worked. That hasn't worked. How do I create an opportunity for the things that I want to do?
Well, it's funny because they're fighting Kenkayotsu, but both of them were taking very, very shallow grips on the sleeve and their lead arm, which should be Surite, right?
Yeah.
So, they're not going to throw from that. So it's got to be who can make the transition. Now they've got the collars.
Exactly. From
and then who can grab the sleeve
and get inside.
Yeah, and then pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And then that was a bit of a move by Yamamoto, but she got the leg over, but couldn't really get the hip in. Just a minute left now. This one could easily be our first golden score match.
Well, the first one that we'll see. I think there have been some others on the adjoining mats, but not one that we've gone to.
I wouldn't be surprised some of this gripping if we see like a Sorisori or something like that, because it looks like they're really limiting each other to the sleeves.
The thing that Yamamoto's got to be careful of is Udaka's got a little bit more savvy as far as mat time in the middle at high level competitions, and just the fact that there's a warning on the board for her. I mean, I wouldn't.
It could go either way.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Udaka to. I wouldn't want to accuse her of playing the clock.
That was actually a better move there, for a second by Yamamoto. The thing is, Udaka, we're looking maybe at like an Osoto, and we haven't seen that yet. Yamamoto's typical is the Seonage and the Kouchi combination that we see from so many lightweight players.
Well, you were right about the golden score. Here we are now. You don't want an unforced error, as they say in tennis. This is the thing. And my concern is that Udaka's just that little bit more clever and will be able to encourage it, if you like.
That's right.
She's going to be a little bit busier. Just look to be doing that little bit more and put some pressure on Yamamoto. Exactly. That's not necessarily judo pressure, if you see what I mean.
Yes.
But Yamamoto has started again. She's got, it's a clean slate, and she's got that in her head. Right, let's go from the beginning. Just needs to make sure that there's sufficiently number of attacks, that she doesn't fall behind and she doesn't give a false attack. Those are the two things that normally draw the second warning and the penalty.
You can see she's trying to turn her hips in there. But yeah, Udaka's using, just crafty, good positioning and things like that.
Big stretch there with the right foot trying to hook in for that Kojigari, but Udaka's seen that before and was wise to it. The back went out, and
I think she tried to go in for Seonage first and then go for it, but she didn't sell the Seonage enough for her to attack with the leg. Yes. The crowd's fairly into it.
Another attack from Yamamoto is what's needed to keep her in this. Udaka just stretches with the right leg there.
Exactly. Yamamoto comes in with her own attack.
Yeah.
Almost gets caught there. A little bit of heavy breathing, I thought, there for a second from Udaka.
This match is really poised well here. I'd hate to see it go on a penalty. Because they've both been positive.
Right.
They just can't find a way past their opponent.
This is like a typical Kodokan Cup match in a final or something like that, where they're so closely matched. And Yamamoto just trying to keep her composure. Down to 119. Couple leg jabs out there by Yamamoto. Udaka controlling the sleeve a little bit more. Big hand coming around for Udaka. Yamamoto trying to come in, trying to cross that leg over. The attacks are there by Yamamoto, but she's really not doing much with the upper body of Udaka. Udaka has got that superior sort of underneath grip there. Yamamoto feints, comes in, looking for some sort of stemiwaza there, or just dropping down her hips. And now both of them can feel the pressure here. It's going to come down. 19 seconds left. Could very well come down to Hante. And it looks like in this last 90 seconds that Udaka looks a little bit more aggressive than Yamamoto. And Yamamoto might be also look a little tired. Look like she's getting dragged around here by her knees. And now they want to get a good showing. Last 2 seconds left. And with time up, it's going to come down to some flags here. This is going to be a really tough call here. Might have seen Yamamoto turn in more, but how good were the quality of the attacks? And it's a split decision for Yamamoto.